Welcome back, Commander. Today we are going to be doing something a little different. We're going to be sticking with the Star Wars theme at least, but I wanted to look at some Armada builds, or an Armada build rather, that I'm working on for regionals that is coming up here in about a week now. It is Sunday today, and our regionals will be next Saturday. So I have been trying to mess around with some builds and some ideas that I would want to take for my tournament. Now, this will be my first Armada competitive event. In fact, I haven't played much Armada at all. So if it's not the most optimized list, if it's not the best list, please forgive me in advance. I've tried my best to come up with several different ideas that are kind of cohesive and they work together. I was tossing around 3 different fleets, and I've kind of come to this one because I think it's going to give me the most powerful platform, as well as going to be somewhat easy. So let's look at the first ship that we'll be doing. So I'm going to be kind of having it on my computer here, and then I'll be talking to you guys as I build my list. So the first ship is we need a flagship. So I've looked at several different things. Originally, I wanted to fly Grand Moff Tarkin. I love Grand Moff Tarkin as a character. In fact, I have several of his books, which I'm not going to get up and pull them out, but I have a lot of his books. I love him as a character. I think he's really cool, and I actually like the way the game implemented his kind of a character and his thematic feel into the game. So I wanted to build something with that. Unfortunately, to take advantage of Grand Moff Tarkin, you need to have not Grand Moff Tarkin, Grand Admiral Thrawn. Sorry, to take advantage of Thrawn, you need multiple ships. I think at least 4 ships at minimum to really take advantage. Now you could do 3 like major platform ships and a Gozanti to take advantage of it, but you want to make sure you're having activations. But my other builds that I was kind of playing with were either 2 ships or 3 ships. So I wasn't like able to capitalize on Grand Admiral Thrawn. So we are going to try something else. I also checked Sloane. Sloane was a very interesting option. I'm not a very good pilot with squadrons yet, so I didn't want to take anything that required me to have a squadron, obviously because I'm not the best. So we're going to be using the Imperial Star Destroyer, the Cymoon 1 Refit. We're going to go with that as our flagship. And we are going to have Moff Jerjerrod as our admiral. Now, Jerjerrod is a pretty good admiral. The fact that he can give you 2 clicks on your first maneuver for a damage is very, very powerful. So we'll be going with Moff Jerjerrod. That'll give us some more maneuverability with our Imperial Star Destroyer. We're going to have a Strategic Advisor as an activation buffer alongside him as a captain. And then we're going to put Gunnery Team. So the Gunnery Team is going to help us push damage forward. And the Cymoon is going to basically be, I want the Cymoon back further than the rest of my fleet. And I want it pushing damage from afar, really hammering it with its battery armament. So with that, we're actually going to put Spinal Armament on top of that. Battery armament for your front and rear hull zones will be increased by 1 red die. We already throw 5 red dice. So being able to throw 6 red dice out the front, as well as 2 blue for the accuracy component, is very, very powerful. The thing is going to hit like a truck. We're also going to put X17 Turbolasers on there. While attacking, if the defender spends a redirect to either sides, they can only take 1 damage on those sides. So it's basically going to be blowing up ships if they want to go head-to-head against me. And the fact that I have Gunnery Team is I can shoot both from the front arcs at multiple targets. Yes, we are a little light on accuracies, but we don't need to shut down as many accuracies as we want because the X17 Turbolasers really will punish the redirect anyways. The biggest thing we want to focus on our brace effects because we don't want them having our damage. Now, you could play a standard Imperial Star Destroyer one to have more blues, but I want the more powerful red damage, and I need both cannon effects. So that's why I'm playing the Cymoon. I want both weapon platforms on top of there. To go along with the Cymoon, we're going to run a second Imperial Star Destroyer. This is going to be a 2 ISD list. So we're going to have the Kuat Refit. This will be the Avenger. I don't think I'm going to have a title for the Cymoon, by the way. I think we're just going to go with the single titled ship, the Avenger. And we're going to have the captain of the ship be Governor Pryce. Now, the Kuat is basically going to try to last first someone. And the fact is, I want to go last on a specific turn where I get to shoot last. And then I'm hoping to go first player, so that I can shoot them again and then move out. That should effectively, hopefully, kill someone and maybe one of the bigger ships if possible. So that's the hope. To kind of push that power level forward, we're going to have boarding troopers to shut down the opponent's defense tokens. And couple that with Avenger, we will exhaust all of them. And then with Avenger, you can't spend them. So it's going to be a very powerful effect together. For defensive system, this is either or. It's either going to be early warning systems or electronic countermeasures. Based on when I show up to the event, I might have to look and see, what do I see a lot more of? Do I see a lot of squadron balls? Then early warning system's great, because then you could put that chaff in the front, reduce all their damages by 1. That'll save you a lot of health. But if it's a lot of big ships, kind of like what I'm playing, early warning systems is better because you need your brace token. And Imperial Star Destroyers really want their brace. To couple this with the first last, we're having external racks to have more black dice and leading shots to help us reroll if needed. We are then going to fill this out with 2 Gozantis. One of them has comms net, the other one is naked. The comms net basically to help push the squadron token to the Kuat, or if we want to push the concentrate fire on the Cymoon, something like that. I could put both Gozantis with comms net to kind of fill out the potential to have one kind of sit with the Cymoon, one with the Kuat, so that we always have the right tokens that we need for those 2 ships. So that's something I'm playing with. I might have to make that change, but I really like where my bid's at right now. The final 2 ships that we're looking at is Sienna Ray and Valen Rudor. Those are my squadron. So we're running just 2 squadron. And for the cost that you're paying for with these 2, with Sienna Ray and Valen Rudor, you're getting the best bang for your buck. Sienna Ray says that whenever she's being attacked, treat the attack as obstructed. So it's always going to reduce your opponent's blue dice on her. She also has brace and scatter. She's got counter 2, so every time you attack her, she gets to attack back. So we're pushing double damage. And she's got swarm as well. Valen Rudor basically says that if a squadron you're engaged with is engaged by another one of your squadrons, they can't attack him. So he basically has Sienna Ray is basically taunting for Valen Rudor, so Valen Rudor can put as much damage. And he also has swarms, so we get those re-rolls. And he's got the black dice, so hopefully you're going to be hitting like almost every roll, right? So this is the Armada squadron that I'm going to be planning on taking down to our regional event. I hopefully will do a recap for you guys and kind of give you as much information. In terms of my 3 objectives, I'm running Most Wanted, Contested Outpost, and Solar Corona. I don't expect to go second often. I'm 380 points of 400. Like I said, we can throw on another comms net and take it to 382. Another option I've been thinking about doing is doing concentrate the formations that you can select on a Cymoon. I can get one of them, the one that lets me add a dice, the concentrate fire one. So there's a few other options I can do to push me up to make 385. But I really want to go first. I really like where my ships are at in terms of power level and a strong bid. So this is probably where I'm going to be sitting. So this is Brian again with Spectre Flight Gaming. I will talk to you later, Commander.
Listen.